In this video, we are going to understand how did the year 2021 played out with our average profits and loss chart, which we have been following with the Bitcoin historical data. And on top of that, we are going to understand the short-term price action and understand what will be the next move for the Bitcoin price action. Stay tuned to know more. So hi guys, and welcome back to another Gabb's cryptocurrency video where we trade by data and not by hype. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out daily technical analysis like this. So let's dive into this video. So today we are going to talk about the average profit and loss chart, and let's give you an update on where we are with our average profit and loss chart. And para sa mga hindi nakaalam, if you could all recall sa mga lumang members na natin, we actually posted 6 months ago or roughly 7 months ago, last June, indicating the average profit and loss chart. As you can see, we used 9 to 10 years worth of historical Bitcoin data on understanding what will happen for the year 2021 price action. And if you're going to look at our Bitcoin historical data, what we plotted was starting from 2012 up until 2020. But since we have completed 2021, we are also going to include that with our historical data. So dito sa data natin, kinuha natin lahat yung mga ating bull market months, and then as you can see, our bear market months, and then plotted them into each and every month per year, and then we calculated the average PNL per month across the whole years, and then from there on, we plotted this average PNL data into a bar chart, which we now have this one. So this is actually the same historical Bitcoin data chart that we have been using ever since the start of this channel. And yeah, let's understand what happened. So, the last 2 months na nakita natin was negative 6% and negative 17% for the year 2021. And typically, di ba sabi natin, ang definition natin for a bull market year is wherein there is less than 5 red months within the bull market year. In the year 2020, we saw less than 5 red months, so we actually saw 4. Pero for the year 2021, we saw 6 red months, indicating na 2021 was not the bull market year na we have been waiting for. In this case, this could actually indicate that this is more of either a consolidation or a bear market. And now, let's try to understand ano ba talaga nangyari with the Bitcoin data. So, ito yung ating average profit and loss chart. As you can see, for January, mas less return, pero pinakamaraming returns tayo na makukuha is within February to April or May. And then after that, June would be a capitulation month, as well as the September would be another red month. And typically, we are going to usually take profits around October, November, and December kasi those are the months wherein we are usually going to see higher returns. And then, at di ba yun yung ating sinabi din dito sa ating previous data, it was actually the best time to take profits between October, November, December, either of the following months. Now, how did that data played out with this year? So if you're going to plot this 2021 and then compare it with the average historical data, this is what we are going to get. So, ito yung actual bar chart natin. Tapos, pinulot ko yung bar chart natin dito sa ating bar chart na yan. And then, we combined it with a series chart, itong line chart. So, if you're going to put on top the actual 2021 data, you can actually see na during January, yun yung ating pinaka-less month. But, as you can see, between February to April, nag-play out yung actual data natin exactly. So, as you can see, for the year 2021, we actually saw a higher returns for the month of February, March, and April. And then we actually capitulated between May to June, which is the similar data na meron tayo. So as you can see for the 2021, we actually capitulated between May and June, pero nag-start na yung ating downtrend within the later months of April. And then after that, as you can see, typically July is a recovery month. And if you're going to look at this data, you actually see na for the year 2021, we actually saw a recovery month for between June, July, and August. And then as you can see, September is going to be a month wherein we're going to see a red month or a pullback. And then look at that, we actually saw a pullback dito for the month of September, which we saw exactly happening. And then, ito na yung naging controversial part dito sa ating historical data. Kasi if you're going to look at this, October, November, and December are the months wherein we tend to see higher returns. So that's why we have been expecting higher returns for the month of October, November, December. However, this is where things got a little different. Kasi as you can see, the month of October, we saw higher returns, pero the month of November, we started declining despite, basing on the historical data is saying na November and December is going to be a month wherein we are going to see higher returns. Now, however, what we saw was we declined between November and December. So as you can see, our data actually played out accurately between January up to October. However, for the month of November and December, that is where we actually saw a different movement. So what does this mean for the crypto market? Now, if we saw a decline between November and December, this could somehow actually mean that we might have delayed the bull market within the last quarter of the year. So in that case, it could actually indicate na the peak didn't happen between November and December. Rather, the peak could happen sometime after this period. So if we are going to say after this period yung ating peak, then it would actually indicate that it would more likely happen between the first quarter or second quarter ng 2022 kasi we did not saw the exact peak happening exactly playing with the average profit and loss chart. So basing from this data model, we are going to speculate that the peak did not happen between November and December. Rather, what we saw was we delayed the movement for November, December. So in this case, we are going to monitor for the year 2022, and then also we are going to use the historical Bitcoin data for navigating the year 2022. So right now, what are we going to expect for January 2022? So if you're going to look at the historical data, it's not actually the biggest returns actually for the month of January. So if you're going to look at the 2021 data, hindi rin yung ating biggest return. The biggest return started when we entered the month of February. If you're going to look at this data, February din yung ating month kung saan tayo nag-start nagkaroon ng returns. So in this case, if you're going to follow this historical Bitcoin data trend, then that would mean na the second quarter or the first quarter would be the time where we are going to expect a movement talaga for the crypto market. So take note guys, some data models can be wrong, but at least it can give us an idea on what can expect for the coming days to come. So right now, if you're going to use the historical data, which we have been following since the start, it's more likely indicating that the first or second quarter of the year would more likely be the month where we are going to see higher returns. And then from there on, we are going to understand what will happen next with the historical Bitcoin data. So hopefully this could help you in understanding what can happen for the following months. Pero guys, if you want to start investing dito for the month of January, and then let's say you want to invest for the next 3 months, then the best place to actually do that is actually in crypto.com kasi dito, if you are going to stake your coins, you can actually get up to 14.5 interest per annum if you're going to stake your coins kay crypto.com, and then 14% on stable coins. And then ang kagandahan dito, meron silang calculator if you want to compute for your interest rate. So you can actually see na meron tayo ditong staking options for Bitcoin as well as Ethereum. Unlike kay Binance, wala siyang ganito. So as you can see, you can actually calculate the specific amount na gusto mo i-stake, and then you can actually see yung actual interest rate na makukuha. Now, ang kagandahan nito guys, if you're going to stake their native token CRO, you can actually get their beautiful metal Visa card na it's only exclusive with crypto.com. So if you want to claim up to $50 bonus kay crypto.com, you can actually use my sign-up code, which is GabsCrypto. And once you have signed up with this kanilang Visa card and you have staked your coins, you can actually get other benefits with crypto.com. And it's not only with their CRO token, but also with their no annual fees, may cashback din sila. And on top of that, meron din silang benefits with other platforms such as Spotify, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Airbnb. So if you want to maximize those bonuses, all you have to do is just to sign up with my sign-up code and then just stake CRO and then apply for this Metal Visa card. So as usual, sign-up links are in the description down below. Now, let's talk about the Bitcoin short-term price action. So, last night, nagbigay ako actually ng signal dito sa ating Telegram channel kasi meron tayo biglang emergency trade na nakita, and that is actually a falling channel forming for the very short term. And as you can see, we have a bullish scenario which is 42.8K, and then ang bearish scenario natin would be the 40K area. Pero we also gave you an update earlier today na we are starting to form a resistance around the 42.2K. Now, look at this price action, and right now we are playing around that area exactly. So, we started playing this movement, and then we started breaking out. However, we did not see a buy volume. So, in that case, we are going to more likely play within the resistance level. However, if we are able to see somewhat of a buy volume, then our technical target for this price action would be around the 42.5K up until the 42.7K area. Now, on top of that, ang maganda din tingnan dito is actually the 4-hour time frame, kasi if you're going to look at this 4-hour time frame within the very short term, ito. Let's look at the very short term 4-hour time frame, and then let's give you this analysis. As you can see, the price is starting to decline, pero the RSI is right now starting to increase. So as you can see, if you're going to plot this trend line and then lagay natin siya dyan, you can actually see na the RSI is starting to increase. So this could indicate na we might see a bullish trend reversal for the very short term dito kay Bitcoin price. But right now, I think it's starting to play out kasi ang resistance talaga natin dito is within the 42.4K up until the 42.7K. And then the next resistance na kailangan natin i-watch out dito is if let's say we are able to break that area, then if ma-break natin yan, then our next target would be the 43.5K. However, provided na ma-break natin yan, then that's where we are only going to see that specific uptrend. Pero let's say we get rejected by this area, then our more likely support area na kailangan natin tingnan would be around the 41.3K. Kasi if this bullish divergence plays out, then this is our next movement within the 43.4K or 43.5K. But if we get rejected, then we are going to more likely consolidate within the 41.3K up until the 42.5K area. So right now, that's what we are going to monitor with the Bitcoin price action. So now let's give an update with the longer time frames. If you're going to look at this bigger time frame, you can still see now we are still at that support area. And that support area is actually the previous support area noong September, and it was the resistance area between the Bitcoin May capitulation month as well as noong January dip. So right now, we are at that support area, and let's see kung ano makita natin mag-play out in the coming days. Pero for now, we are going to monitor this price action and just buy the dip if you are going to invest for the long term. Pero for the short term analysis, then we are going to follow this early time frame price action na pinakita ko sa inyo kanina. So ayun muna update natin for today, guys. If you find this video useful and informative, please give this video a like. And if you want to see more contents like this, please subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video, and bye-bye for now.